Okay.
Okay, perfecto.
Great.
Bueno, estamos con acabamos de hacer 2 entrevistas tremendas. Ahora estamos con la gente de Good Night Greatness, que es una banda de Suecia. Y bueno, vamos a empezar con otro bloque del comité de Careta Radio. Y vamos a arrancar con la entrevista. We are going to start the interview. So please tell us your full name, where are you from, and how old are you?
My name is Astrid Larsson. I'm 29 years old and I'm from Sweden, and I'm a part of Good Night Greatness, and I'm the singer in the band. Yes.
Okay. Bueno, estamos hablando con la cantante de Good Night Greatness, que es una banda de Suecia y tiene 29 años. And please tell us, which is your first memory of you listening to music?
Oh, that started very, very early. I mean, since you could walk, I've been listening to Paramore, System of a Down was the first rock bands, and Slipknot, and so on. I think we have Hannah as well on the line. She will tell more about her inspirations.
Okay, yeah, okay. Hi, do you hear me okay?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi. My inspirations are a lot of Swedish bands, actually. I like In Flames and Opeth. I've been listening to a lot of Spirit Box lately, and yeah.
What, really? You were hearing Opeth?
Yes, I love Opeth.
Wow. And how do you reach that band? There were some sister brothers, your family. Have you any musicians in your family?
No, actually I don't. But I started practicing with a band when I was 17, I think. And they did a lot of Opeth covers, and I think that's when I started to listen to it as well.
Wow. And you, Asha?
Sorry?
Tell us, where do you get your music?
Well, I don't know where it come from. I mean, I started with the light rock, and then I've just wanted to listen to harder and harder music every time. So that's why I started listening to System of a Down, and yeah, it progressed.
But you have any familiar, any part of your family that listen to that music, or is it your friends?
No, it's from friends, I think, and me wanting to be a part of a band also welcomes a lot of different music styles as well.
Okay. Bueno, les estábamos preguntando, estamos con 2 integrantes de la banda Good Night Greatness, y les estábamos preguntando por los primeros recuerdos y las influencias escuchando música, y bueno, ya nos están hablando de Paramore, Opeth, de System of a Down, un montón, y dice que particularmente ese tipo de bandas les llega por amigos. And can you tell us which was your first instrument and which was the first song that you learned?
I can start there. I was playing piano from the start when I was 6. And then when I was 15, I started with a guitar. So I got my first acoustic guitar. And my first song, I think, was Ziggy Stardust that I learned, David Bowie. Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Yeah, for me it was probably Paramore, and I've only been singing. I've given up on all the other instruments. So Paramore, I mean, when I was in my first band, we only did Paramore covers, basically. So I know all the Paramore songs.
Wow. You have the chance to listen to them live, to watch a concert, a show of Paramore?
Yeah, one time I've been.
Where, in Sweden?
Yeah, exactly.
And
it was a couple years ago.
A big place or a small place?
Yeah, a very big place.
Wow.
Arena.
Una arena en Sweden, wow. Bueno, les estaba preguntando por los primeros instrumentos y cuáles fueron las primeras canciones que aprendieron, y nos dicen acá que comenzó con el piano a los 6 años y después a los 15 años empezó con la guitarra, tuvo una primera guitarra acústica, y la primera canción que aprendió, bueno, fue una Ziggy Stardust de Bowie, y bueno, la cantante nos está diciendo que es fanática, you're a fanatic of Paramore.
Yeah.
Okay. Bueno, que es fanática de Paramore, que su único instrumento fue la voz, y que bueno, empezó con una banda tocando solamente covers de Paramore y bueno, así fue como siguió cantando y haciendo música del estilo de Paramore. And can you tell us, are there any places to study music for free, or you have to pay in Sweden to study music?
No, there are actually a lot of schools in Sweden that are free, which do have a musical, sort of direction which you can choose. I actually went to one of those when I was 16. So the last 3 years when I went to school, I studied a musician line with a guitar specific line. But then if you want to study even more after you've done, all the basic school that you have to go to, then you might have to pay extra.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was after school?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Bueno, les estaba preguntando si había algún lugar para aprender música gratuita en Suecia, y lo que nos estaba contando que hay, durante lo que sería la primaria y el secundario, hay lugares para hacer actividades extra programáticas que son gratuitas. La guitarrista nos dijo que ella fue a uno de estos lugares durante 3 años, pero después si ya quieres hacer la carrera, algo más específico, como ir a la universidad, por ejemplo, y dedicarte específicamente a la música, ya ahí sí, hay que pagar. And can you tell us how was the first time that you play in public? Both. The first time.
Oh, it was very fun. It was at a small place in Stockholm, underground. We had all our friends there, and everyone was so excited. It wasn't our best gig, but it was very, very much fun.
And you were nervous, or you don't?
Yeah,
I think we all were very nervous.
Yeah.
You were both in the Paramore band?
No. That was from before.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your first time?
Oh, the very, very first time. That was actually in school, I believe.
And you were playing acoustic guitar alone, or how was the show?
No, I was playing electric guitar then, and I was playing Thunderstruck by AC/DC.
Cool.
Yeah.
Really? But alone or with a band?
No, with a band, with all the students. So they had, for that kind of school, there were a lot of musicians. So 50% of all of the students are actually musicians. So they set up so that you have 2 bands which can play together.
Bueno, les estaba preguntando por la primera vez que tocaron en vivo, y bueno, la cantante me estaba contando que bueno, fue en Estocolmo, en un bar muy pequeño donde estaban todos llenos de amigos, y dice que fue muy divertido porque estaban todos excitados esperando para verlo tocar, pero que se puso bastante nervioso. Y la guitarrista nos estaba contando que fue en un show para la escuela y tocaron Thunderstruck de AC/DC, así que ya tenemos gente super rockera, tremendo. And can you tell us how did Good Night Greatness, the band, begin, and why you put that name?
We began when I posted an ad on the internet, just looking for other people with music as an interest, where we could everyone evolve together and create a new sound together with different types of influences. Then Hannah reached out, and other people in the band reached out, and it worked very, very good. So we continued.
There's a Swedish website which is called Band Finder.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for people to play with, you can create like an ad there, and you can find each other. So nobody actually knew each other from the beginning.
Exactly.
And you were the first members of the band, or there were many others?
Hannah and me are from the beginning, as
and
well
the drummer.
as the drummer Elias, and then the other 2 has come along the way. And
why you put that name, Good Night Greatness?
I mean, for me, I think it's a part of the mix with everyone's influences. Like it's a mix of greatness. I would say, where everyone comes from different musical backgrounds. And also, I mean, the name kind of was an inspiration from 2 different songs, actually, with a band that I really much like. So
which one?
One song from Tonight Alive that's called was it Good Night Goodbye, I think. I don't remember. And a song from Don Brocco called Greatness.
And Don Brocco is from Sweden? From where is?
No, they are from USA.
Okay. I'm going to check them after.
Yeah, they're great.
Okay. Thanks for the advice.
They're great.
Les estaba preguntando cómo empezó la banda y por qué le pusieron ese nombre, y lo que dicen que hay un lugar en Suecia hay una página de internet que se llama Band Finder, que se van anotando los músicos y de ahí van convocando, bueno, y a través de esta página ellos se fueron formando. Los primeros fueron la cantante y Hannah la guitarrista, y a partir de ahí, bueno, y con el baterista, y a partir de ahí fueron cambiando un poco de formaciones hasta estar estable como la banda que están ahora. Y Good Night Greatness dicen que eso es una mezcla de todas las influencias que tienen, y aparte son dos ¿cómo se llama? Son 2 palabras de 2 canciones de bandas que le gusta a la cantante, así que así se formó el grupo y así se formó el nombre de la banda. In October of 2020 you released an EP called Reflections. Can you tell us how was the recording process and why you put the name Reflections?
Yeah, it's actually when we started recording, we had written the songs over a long period of time, and we discussed the whole name of the EP, that it has a lot to do with self-reflection and development of yourself, and things that you go through in life that are hard to meet in many ways, and it has a lot of thought in it. So we thought that Reflections is actually a good name to put a title on that. And when we started recording, Astrid was singing in our closet, and it actually went pretty well. Yeah. Even though we didn't have that much recording gear at the time, but we had this at-home studio, so everything is actually recorded at home.
Yeah.
And I've done some of the production on it, but then we had an external guy mixing and mastering.
Yeah.
Bueno, le preguntaba por el proceso de grabación del primer EP, que se llama Reflections, que es del 2020, y lo que ellas nos estaban contando, que las canciones que forman ese EP ya tenían bastante tiempo, o sea, de haberlas escrito, y habla más que nada de las cosas de adentro, de todas las cosas por los problemas que uno va pasando durante su vida, y aparte el proceso de grabación fue todo con home studio, o sea, lo grabaron todo en la casa, y después hicieron una remasterización afuera. Hubo una persona que les ayudó con la masterización. In October of 2023 you released your last single, Rise. Do you have any changes in the recording process, or it was all home studio?
Well, it's actually still a home studio, but now we've done a lot of work with how the recording studio looks and the sound with it. So we've done a lot of acoustic, absorbance and things like that. So we have a song booth now, which gives us even better quality, and we have new microphones and new gear technically on every part. So
yeah.
So that's a big difference. We're still writing everything together and things like that. But I think the recording process maybe looks a little bit different. And I believe we've all, developed ourselves a lot musically since then. So I think you can hear a quite big difference on the outcome.
No, but the final production is excellent. I really like it. It's nice to hear. You have a good sound quality, so it's great. And you level up your gear of the studio.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bueno, les estaba preguntando porque en el 2023, el año pasado, sacaron un single que se llama Rise, que ya tiene una producción y un nivel un poquito más alto en el sonido. Y lo que nos... Sorry for that. Nos estaban contando es que pusieron más dinero, digamos, en su home studio, en el gear, en los micrófonos y en todo. Sorry for that, I'm eating something. Sorry. Y lo que nos decían, bueno, que mejoraron un poco la calidad de grabación gracias a eso. And why you put Rise to that single, to that song?
The title?
Say the title, why Rise?
Hannah, you should talk about that. You wrote the lyrics mainly.
Yeah, well, it has a quite broad concept, but to try to summarize it's hard. But it's about the big wave of young, brave people in the society today, which have maybe different kind of views on identity and gender and things like that. You know, that it's quite new, somewhat, and which an older generation maybe has a hard time to understand. And this is some kind of gathering or encouragement for those people to rise up together and dare to be themselves.
Yeah.
Nice. You have that is difficult. That is a social problem in Sweden, or not much?
No, not that much. Well, of course it exists everywhere, because it's somewhat controversial for a lot of people. It's a sensitive thing to talk about for many people, and I think it's hard for people to dare to stand out in today's society. And I think in Sweden, I think we've come quite far, and so we maybe don't have a huge problem here compared to many other countries. Yeah,
I can understand. Perfect. Bueno, le pregunté por qué le pusieron Rise a la canción, y lo que estaba diciendo que la letra habla un poco de todos los problemas que hay con los temas de género, que a veces es complicado para la gente poder desarrollarse cuando uno no decide el género o no está con cosas tan socialmente aceptadas. Y bueno, lo que está diciendo a través de esta canción es que se preparen y que lo hablen, o sea, rise up, que salgan y entablen conversaciones, todo, para que pueda ser más fácil para los otros, o sea, poder desarrollarse con este tipo de cuestiones. Y lo que nos estaba diciendo que en Suecia está bastante avanzado, no es un problema demasiado profundo, pero que todavía le cuesta, por ejemplo, a las generaciones anteriores. Así que bueno, por eso sacaron la canción. Do you have any composition process?
I think it's different from time to time. Well, the people who play the instruments are usually the ones that write the composition of instruments, obviously. But then we write the lyrics usually afterwards. And we have a shared drive where everyone writes. So we just upload all of our ideas to this shared drive. And put things together. We cooperate a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. You have it's full, the hard drive, or more or less?
It's very full. It's a lot. We have a bunch of ideas.
Yeah, it's expanded.
You listen to them, or you just leave it there? You listen to them?
No, when we need new inspiration or we want to write new stuff, we go to the drive and look, what do we have here? And then we find a gem, hidden gemstone. And then we're like, oh yeah, this has potential. And then we start to write.
Bueno, se estaba preguntando por el proceso de composición y lo que dice que cada persona que toca un instrumento generalmente lo saca, o sea, y primero hacen la música y después hacen la letra, y también que tienen un hard drive, tienen un disco rígido lleno de cosas que van tirando ahí, y cuando necesitan inspiración o están pensando en hacer algo, van y empiezan a escuchar esas cosas que dejaron grabadas en el disco rígido, y muchas veces las utilizan después para hacer algo. How do you define your music?
That's a hard one.
Yeah. I mean, we are going to a bit harder. I mean, we started out as, rock, alternative rock, I guess. Mm-hmm. Now we're more to the metal sound, because we're just going harder and harder, and now we have growls in a lot of our new songs. And then we are changing some, what do you say, Hannah, tuning in the instrument.
Yeah, we're going lower tunings now, so it's actually going even heavier. So, well, I would say it's some kind of metalcore, but we tend to keep the melodic melodic sound to it. So melodic metalcore, can you call it that, maybe?
Yes, of course. But I think that your music is not aggressive. I think that is it's similar maybe in the music to metal, but it's not so aggressive. So maybe that is the melodic part is more soft. Maybe. Sometimes. Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
I think because I think both Astrid and I, we come a lot from the pop. So I think we have some influences there that affects the music as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, I think that is a little line between dark and aggressive. And I think that you are like saying that sometimes dark, sometimes really aggressive. And can you tell, last year you released a video for the song Dry Bones. How was the recording process of that video?
The live footage video. Mm-hmm. We were actually playing at something called Live Carousel, I guess, which is an event for new musicians to perform various types of music. Mm-hmm. So we were together at that event, and we asked our pro photographer Christopher to record us while we were performing, and then he made us a video from it that we could use for YouTube.
Exacto. Bueno, le pregunté por el video que tienen en vivo de la canción Dry Bones del año pasado, y lo que nos estaban diciendo que participaron de un evento que era para nuevos músicos, y bueno, le pidieron a un amigo fotógrafo profesional que los grabe, y así salió el video. And you think that making a video changed the way of the song or not? You are playing.
I think so, yeah.
The audio, and then you watch the song. It's like, what? It changed or not?
I think it does do something with the song, with the visuals, because that's also a way of expressing yourself. We have another video called Misfit,
mm-hmm.
And that is a whole, music video with a lot of cool colors and effects and stuff in it.
Yeah.
And I think that definitely does something with the song when you listen to it and you get to see something at the same time. Yeah.
Change a little. And what do you think about the actual music scene in Sweden?
Wow. Well, we're one of the countries in the world that does have the most metal bands. So it's definitely a country where we belong musically. But we also have a lot of, great pop exports. Sweden is somewhat known for being we have a lot of good songwriters here. So the culture itself, I think it's great, but a lot of stages are actually closing down. The smaller stages are closing in Stockholm. So I think there's somewhat of a change going on. but it's hard to say where it's gonna end.
Okay. Bueno, le estaba preguntando por la actualidad de la escena de música en Suecia, y lo que nos estaba diciendo que hay un montón de música, es un país que tiene mucho heavy metal, mucha música pesada y también mucho pop para exportar, y lo que nos estaba diciendo que desgraciadamente los lugares más pequeños para tocar ya están desapareciendo. The same happens in France. They have the #1 metal band in the world, Gojira. I love Gojira. They are from France. See, but they don't have any other real big band nowadays. And Gojira have some problems playing in France because there are no places to play heavy metal music. You know, it's strange. I think that in whole Europe, something is changing. Something, I don't know.
Yeah,
it is.
And what do you think about the social medias and streaming services?
I think it's becoming more necessary to get out there to reach your audience, as you can't play as much these days. So I think it's very important to, both Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, to try to reach out there to get to the audience.
Yeah, I feel like that's also a great tool for ourselves, you know, almost like a diary or a log to look back to see what have we actually done this year and how much have we developed. And it's really nice to look back and see, you know, what we've done.
Yeah.
And the streaming services, you like it or not?
Well, they're great. They're great and it's accessible for everyone. But there is so much accessible stuff, so it's you know, hard to reach out. Even though it's never been easier, it's actually also harder because there's so much music out there.
Yeah.
Bueno, les estaba preguntando por los servicios, las redes sociales y los servicios de streaming. Lo que nos estaba diciendo que está bueno para una banda como ellos tener acceso a un montón de gente, y aparte que van buscando gente a través de las redes sociales. Los servicios de streaming también les parece bueno, pero que hay demasiada cantidad de oferta, y lo que nos dijo de como novedad, que también ellos lo tienen los social media como un diario en donde van viendo todo el progreso de la banda. Dicen que es muy divertido ir para atrás en las redes sociales y ver todo lo que fueron haciendo en el año. We are going to finish the interview. Only 2 more questions. Can you tell us something about your future plans, the bands? What you are going to do?
We are going to continue to record. We have a bunch of very good ideas brewing, so we're gonna record more songs. Actually, we have a music video on the way, and we have a new song on the way as well, coming up in March, so that will be very nice. And then, we have also a live gig at the end of February, but I think we will mostly focus on recording new material this year.
Perfecto. Bueno, les pregunté por los planes futuros y dice que se van a enfocar más que nada en grabar nuevas canciones, y aparte tienen, bueno, un par de shows para tocar. Just to finish the interview, we are going to listen to Misfit, the song Misfit. Can you tell us something about that particular song?
Misfit is it's a song about, well, not fitting in, but also kind of not being sad about it in any way, just, you know, finding yourself in that and just be yourself and accepting that you know, be yourself, be brave, something like that.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time, for your support, and we keep in touch, okay?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
See you. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.
Why don't you try to debug it? There is no rose when just blend in, try to be what the others want to see. No can do, it's not me. There's no use, I guarantee. And after all, I must admit, I have always been a misfit. I have charcoal and ashes. What a world it would be, life in splendid harmony. That's for you, not for me. I think that I'm a different breed. And then again, I must admit, I have always been a misfit. I got problems for all your solutions. And my world is a perfect illusion. See, I got problems for all your solutions. And my world is a perfect illusion. See, I got problems for all your solutions. And my world